My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Train 2. First off, I'm just going to mention I'm sick. I'm, just in case you can hear that in my voice or I have to mute the microphone for a period of time to sneeze, cough, huck, splatter. It's not huck, splutter and hack. That's the words I was looking for there. Apologies. Though, I will keep it off mic. Sarah Paterna's Chosen of Entropy is ahead of us here. We've got Underlegion and Umbra. Ooh, one of my favorite two clans to pair together. Malika's Shifting Pyre means all drafted cards will appear with an upgrade. We've got 2 copies of the Green Recruit, 0 Ember 1 size on Extinguish Spawn 4. 2 copies of Primal Dust. X Cost Consumes, applies 1 X damage shield. And a Prickly Puffball in the deck to start with. 1 Ember 2 size, Revenge, applied Decay 5 to attackers. Entropy, Scion of Savagery, and Damage Shield from Lord of Cherubs. Seems good. Got Bull Eat the Guillotine and Blink. Hey. Let's give it a go. Show the Horde. Curious. Both of these are really good for these clans. Gorge triggers an additional time is obviously incredible. How likely am I to actually run a Gorge line? Plink is a really unreliable way to gain morsels. So I'd have to get other morsel triggers in the deck. Consistent morsel triggers. I'm not saying that's not possible, I'm not saying that's not even likely, but I am saying that Mind Jacks +2 capacity on the middle floor, that's already really good. Prickly Puffball wants to be on the low line, helping us to just effectively... This is a sweep unit, basically, for us. It does damage to all of the enemies in line who deign to attack the Prickly Puffball. And then the second line has Bull Eat the Guillotine... and a bunch of spawn? I mean, we don't really know what goes there yet. I do think I take Mind Jacks here. Hiveminder. On Rally, gain +1 damage permanently. I mean... yeah. There's also on Harvest gain regen 1 and rage 2, but no, gimme big. Give me large.
Gimme smooth.
Higher dampener, -1 energy per turn for the reward of 75 gold. Not gonna change anything about how we do this. Prickly. Shield. Bully. Hang on. Obviously not. Obviously not. It's Bully first. Bubble, shield. I'm going to put a shield steward on the bottom line, actually. Because this mid line, I'm going to have enough space to be able to play 2 green recruits, ideally, as well as all of the spawns. It's like, overall, I probably end up with a shield steward in this line, which would also make sense. Sorry, a spear steward. Okay. Excuse me. That was not the card I was trying to play. I was trying to play a Blink there. I think you'll recognize. There we go. Rubble Morsel gives us an extra Ember for the next turn. Let's go Green Recruit. Ooh, although the Green Recruit is going to be the one that eats the Rubble Morsel. I do want to trigger Rally on that floor. And also I want to trigger Rally with the Eager Conscript, which I should do before spawning the Green Recruit. There we go. Now it's all sorted. Hell yes. Get him second Blink. Morsel Excav. Prismal Dust, that is going to be really relevant for just giving a bunch of damage shield to Bolete. For bosses especially. If the first blink got him, I would have also spawned the Shield Steward. Alas. It didn't. Oh my god, the bottom floor is already getting Astral. I mean, I want you to be able to kill the green recruit, but you just can't. That'll do it. I just need to get some health on that bad boy on the bottom line. Oh, hello! In Factory, 1 Amber, spawn 1 when a unit without troop dies. Obviously really good for rallying. Proliferate. Just a really good card. I don't necessarily like that it has a Holy Stone in it. And then Loam Coat. 2 Ember, 20 health. On Resolve, gain regen 1, and then Propagate 2. Really good for the Prickly Puffball. 20 additional health. We'll be taking that. Oh, hello! Packed Morsel, 0 Ember with a Consume Intrinsic on it. So that's just, in our first hand, 3 additional morsels. That's just good. That's just great. Tumbra Assault, though. 1 Ember, deal 15 damage, because it's already got a Power Stone in it. On Slay, which it'll slay pretty much every time you use that. Add 2 random rare or uncommon morsels to hand. And then finally, Prismal Dust as well with an Intrinsic on it. Prismal Dust with the Intrinsic on it is actually really interesting as well, because that could propagate on Loam Coat. The only thing is, I mean, it could. Oh my god, all of these are really good. I'm going to rule out Hacked Morsels. The only reason I'm not going to take Prismal Dust here is because I have 2 other copies of Prismal Dust in the deck. Under Legion Steel. Well, see, the thing is, what I really do want is a Gorge unit who can eat these Entombra, the morsels. Merchant of Magic. Obviously, there's some hits in the Merchant of Magic, but not as many as I'd like. I'll hit Merchant of Steel. Oh! Yeah, that's about as good as it gets. Titanite on Prickly Puffball, take half damage. I could start you with Damage Shield 3. Admittedly, I don't think that's bad, but I think it kind of runs counter to what Titanite is already doing for you. I think I give you Large Stone. I think I make you a big Prickly Puffball. I really should be looking at these additional units first. Oh, never mind. Hello, Colonel Cluster. Is it you I want? 2 Amber, 2 Size, has Dualism. Unfortunately, Dualism doesn't trigger on Spawn, but it does trigger on his starting armor, and on Resolve, he spawns 4. That's a lot of rally. That's a stupid amount of rally for Bolete. I mean, yes, we give that to him. I think I could also give you Damage Shield, because what other upgrade would I want to give you? You get Dualism on that Damage Shield. Strength Stone, you know what? I'll throw that on the Sphere Steward. I'm not going to be too careful with my money here. Because I want to be really greedy, but I want to be really greedy on how many recruits I can afford to get on Bolete. That's where I want to focus my greed. Yeah, that's exactly where that Spear Steward would go. Oh, hang on. I wasn't looking to play Eager Conscript there. I was trying to play the Plink and see if I kill the Flautist, which I do. I think I'll burn this Prismal Dust. I don't want to draw it again. I want to draw other cards, thank you. Look at how much work that bottom line does. I recognize the value of Antumbra Assault here. I want to get the Loam Coat down. I will use Antumbra Assault. Green Recruit goes on the middle line. I guess that just means 2 Morsel Jewelers for the top. Get him. Get blinked, friend. Yes! You killed my green recruits! And now my mushrooms stack high. Yeah, and again, the bottom line gets the glory. It always happens like this. Good lord, the Brickley Puffball isn't even phased. Good lord, Puffball, you're so powerful. Oh, that's pretty funny. Spawning pods with permafrost? It's consumed to spawn 4, which is good. It's totally good, but it's like a turn of Kernel Cluster, or it's like a dead green recruit. So it's not as efficient compared to the other things in the deck that do similar things. In Factory, spawn 1 when a unit without troop dies. I mean, it just gives a 4th troop to each green recruit that dies, basically. Sorry, a 5th. On that floor, at least. I don't want Infectory on the bottom line. While a lot of units do die down there, I need Prickly Puffball to be taking the attacks. And Green Recruit with Conduit on it is nothing. It is nothing. It is blank. It means nothing, and it will do nothing. Well, guess it's not absolutely 0 for the sake of the blinks. Alright. Resmal Dust with Spell Chain? Not super enthused about. Oh, Packed Morsels with Spell Chain. Yes. That's the kind of thing you just take and figure out how to use. I may even need to take additional capacity to support that. Merchant of Steel, Umbra Banner. I'm much more... I'm sorry, pessimistic. I'm much more optimistic now, courtesy of having just picked up this Packed Morsels, about the idea of running a 3rd line on the top floor, which is a Gorge floor, to deal with all of our morsels. So yeah, show me a Gorger, please. Multi-strike him quick. Oh, I can only get one of the 2. Well, Morsel Master with Dualism is nothing, but it would have a lot of morsels. Alloyed Construct, obviously, it eats morsels. It gets pretty good with the morsels it eats. It'd have some damage shield. Really, I should be taking the Alloyed Construct, so I will. I'm also going to take this opportunity to throw Quick onto it, so that it attacks faster than the enemies. Because I think, overall, I don't think I'm going to need Multi-Strike again on it. But I think it attacking faster is going to be very effective. Do I think that's true? Multi-Strike is insane. I'll figure out how to make you quick. Oh man, starting with regen 10 on Puffball as well. Please give me the ability to add an additional modifier. Nope. At the start of battle, apply Boiler Room to the first floor. Boiler Room. Gain 1 Ember when an enemy dies. Sorry, when a unit dies. Absolutely will be taking that. We also had Spell Sanctum on the 3rd floor. No. Yeah, this is going to be ridiculous. This is going to be so much energy every single turn that it's going to be very difficult for us to lose. So draw obviously is one thing that I want, but I do think I also want capacity. So I think my 2 gems are going to be capacity and draw. Which order? Maybe capacity first? That break brought to you by our first muted coughing fit. All right. Bolly. Gotta get the cluster kernel to help him out. Quickly pop ball, minding the bottom line. Alloyed construct on top. And that's damn neat if I do say so myself. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna plink the bottom line. Twice. I missed both times. My plan previously was to... I think it still should be, actually. To hit my own green recruit with the Antumbra. Because then I can spawn it, I can kill it, I can spawn it, and I can leave space in front of it as well. Also get my morsels out. Whenever an enemy unit dies on this floor. So I don't want to try and blink here and kill additional units on this floor if I can avoid it. Calcified Ember is good enough though. Again, we're only leaving healers going through to the top line. I'm more than fine to do that. They do no damage. What are they going to do? Heal my pyre? I'd love that. We finally got Boleet over the line of enough damage to kill one fallen champion by himself. Spear Steward definitely hits the bottom. I guess I fish for a kill with this blink. Okay. Jump block with the Spear Steward. Morsel Excavator to get eaten, and then just another conscript for the midline. That actually kind of eked out a lot of additional value from the end of that turn. Ooh, one more turn until Archeon just has to feed themselves into the Thresher of the bottom line. Morsel Excav, Tumbra, Jeweler behind them. Throw a green recruit on that line to die. I mean, I guess I play the additional pack morsels. Sure. I'd be happy to draw morsels if that happened. Again, everyone is going to die on the bottom line, so I'll just take the opportunity to try and stack as many rallies as I can on Boleet. Good lord, Puffball. If I get to overstack another buff on him, I will be over the moon about it. I've never gotten to legitimately get you! Hello! Oh, you're so good too. Mitosis cap. 0 Ember. 15 health. On Celebrate, gain a permanent copy of this unit. Cannot be equipped to champions or cardless units. So this is a way to get another copy of any minion in my deck. Dupe it as many times as I want. The annoying thing is I don't have many minions that another copy of is really good, except for Kernel Cluster. This is just another Kernel Cluster right now, as well as possibly other things later. That's enough. Rage on a Crucible Warden with the top line. There's also Morsel Master, which I could just throw up on that top line. I like it. And Moral Mistress. I'll take the Morsel Master and then Capacity. And then the second one's going to be Draw. I'd love additional Deployment Ember, though. Merchant of Magic under Legion Banner. Do I have much better spells for upgrades at this point? Hacked Morsels, obviously. Removing that Consume or... Removing that Consume would be great. I actually don't have that many good spells for upgrading there. Under Legion, I would be looking for a unit to go on the bottom line, basically. Someone to put behind the Puffball. You know what? No, I will hit a Merchant of Magic this early. Sorry, a Merchant of Trinkets rather this early. On turn start, spawn 1 on each floor per 20 cards in your deck. I don't want to do that because it prevents the frontline enemy from having to take the damage to Prickly Puffball, but obviously that's a spawn every single turn. It's pretty good for Bolete, but it takes up capacity as well. Advance the back unit when it enters your train, or when a card with Consumer's Blade, deal 30 damage to the front enemy unit. I think I re-roll here. Create a permanent copy of the first Consume card Blade each battle. Well, guess what my Consume card in the deck is? It's called Packed Morsels, and it already has Spell Chain. I just have to make sure that's the first I play, but absolutely. There's also Wanderer's Talisman. I'm not going to have only one unit on any floor at almost any point, and friendly units gain Stealth 1 and Summon 3 on Slay. Nope. That's a way to give my Prickly Puffball Stealth, which would prevent it from doing any damage. A lot of these are anti-synergistic for us. Oh god. You... what? Frailty. Oh my god. Gives a unit Fragile and Celebrate. Permanently gain 10 damage. So anytime they win a combat. When they're on the field when a win happens. I think I'd give this to Cluster Kernel. It's 10 additional damage for the next 4 fights. And that's a unit that I'm going to be duping as well, so it'll have the dupe on it. I could also give this to the Alloyed Construct, but the Alloyed Construct, realistically, especially because I didn't give you Quick and I gave you Multi-Strike, you are much more likely to take damage and actually fall apart due to the fragility. Although also, on summon, gain 3 Ember. Oh. On summon, gain 3 Ember would give me the ability to just play Bolete, Cluster Kernel, Cluster Kernel, Cluster Kernel on the same floor. And then I can just start putting Cluster Kernels on other floors as well. Because the Mitosis Gap gives me the ability to get another copy of them. They're in my opening hand. They summon, they give me additional energy. That's pretty stupid. It's pretty stupid. It's dumb. It sounds stupid. I like it. The real bad thing here is I would then want to put like a Cluster Kernel at some point in the far distant future, right? This is not like next. This is way in the future. At some point, Cluster Kernel would really want to be on the bottom floor as well, so I would need to be able to spawn a unit behind Prickly Puffball so that my troops aren't blocking Prickly. +1/+1 permanently for Highbinder now. Thank you. We're finally going to give you some size, some heft. Oh, in fact, I would implore you to appear on every floor at the start of the fight. I would beg you. Thanks, Colonel. I'll use all of this Ember to play everything else. Should I chump block with a shield steward on the top line here? No. I absolutely should have jumped. Take 3 more damage. Can't use my Prismal Dust, obviously. I need to make sure that Twin Mines hits the right card. Twin Mines and Mitosis Cap just giving me the ability to propagate cards through my deck is insane. There it is. Oh my god, I get the additional copy in hand immediately. That's a problem. I can't... That fungi isn't dead. I need that fungi to be dead. Let's give health to bottom line. And damage shields. I'm not going to be able to propagate damage to the collector in the back line, unfortunately. I mean, lifesteal's fine on this line as well, actually. It's just additional damage for the fungi troop. Mitosis Cap for the Cluster Kernel. Woohoo! And now I can play my Prismal Dust for the full 5 right now if I want to. And I do. 5 damage shield on the Prickly Puffball, please. Ooh. I mean, this Antumbra Assault hands us a decent amount of resources. The Conduit from Green Recruit allowed me to kill the back line of there as well, which was fun. There's also a good argument to be made for Loam Coat going on the fungi, because if it propagates, it actually gains 2 additional troops, which is like spawning 2 troops at the end of the turn. In that it causes 2 rally for our boss. Oh, we've got a bottom line that doesn't lose to the boss. Remarkable, I didn't think these existed. I will obviously want many morsels on the bottom, sorry, on this middle line rather. Any of the ones that give different stacks as well that can be propagated. You don't have an incant down here, do you? Oh my god, that 1 lifesteal just pumped the damage on Corrin ridiculously. Yep. Yeah, I'll happily take these. Finally, Antumbra Assault to kill the problematic troop that's been blocking our progress this entire time. Alright, I think that'll do it. dualism fetch? What? Sorry, Truffles. Dig deep. Hello. 2 Ember holdover. Spawn 1 for every 10 cards in your deck. Spawn 1 more. Yes. There's also contagious. Consume permafrost. Enemy units propagate 4. Add a copy of this unit card to your discard pile. I mean, propagating enemies is fine, but oh, I didn't even realize why Cluster Kernel was screwing me so bad. It's got Ember Drain 4 because it's got dualism. No! Oh, wow. The hits don't stop coming. Ember Cage. 1 Ember consumes Spell Chain. Add 3 Excavated Embers to your discard pile. That's a really good way to avoid the costs of Ember Drain. If I just lower this by 1 cost, it becomes a really good spell to be duping through the deck with the Ember Cache. Grovel, 0 Ember, because it's being -2 costed with the Smolder Stone and consumed. Applying Damage Shield 1, 2 uncommon or rare morsels to your hand. There's also Gem Trove, 3 Ember, double stacked, so it's applying Damage Shield 2 to all friendly units on the floor. That's huge. And add 3 uncommon or rare morsel units to your hand. I really want the double stack Gem Trove, but I think the better choice, considering my Ember Drain at the moment, and also the fact that I may eventually not want to be duping Packed Morsels through the deck with Twin Mines. Eventually I'm going to want to be duping something that's less card negative overall. Empyrean Well. Merchant of Arms, the ability to put, like, Mitosis Cap in the opening hand, not really relevant. Like, it is 15 additional health, but it's not that huge. I think Merchant of Trinkets Empyrean Well makes sense, but I want to have Empyrean Well dupe something I don't have the ability to otherwise dupe, which is kind of difficult. Because I can use Mitosis Cap to dupe any unit. I can dupe the 2 consume spells in my deck that I super care about. I guess I could dupe Antumbra Assault, maybe? Because if I want another Morsel Master, I might. If I want one, I can get one with the Mitosis Cap. That's already accessible. There's also an Undead Legion banner, which I'm almost certain to ignore. First spell played each turn has -1 cost for every 15 cards in your deck. I mean, that's the ability to play Dig Deep for free every turn. That's fun. There's also, at the start of battle, summon a Morsel Miner on each floor, so that's after the start, which is actually really good. I'll take that. Oh, I want that, but I can't take it. Morsel units enter with Damage Shield 1. Also fine, but Morsels, like, I'm not using them to jump block, and I probably won't overall. Commemorative Spike is really good because it gets the Alloyed Construct to start going. Ancient Root is obviously really good because it will make certain spells free, especially in the period where I am Ember Drained. I feel like this is going to be irrelevant in the long term. I feel like I take the Commemorative Spike. Amorous Inoki with Large Stone? No, sorry, bud, that's not how you work. Squad Leader with Trample. Yep. Or rather, Squad Leader gives Trample to Fungi. I want you, but it's difficult to play you. Because currently the midline is Bolete, Cluster, Cluster, and then eventually it's going to be Bolete, Cluster, Cluster, Cluster. But realistically, I should find a way to play you. That's how good you are. Oh, dupe. Yes, forgot about this. I mean, I could dupe the Mitosis Cap and keep duping more units. I would need more capacity to eventually be able to play all of those, but I don't know, maybe I could do that. I want Dig Deep, but I also want that cost reduced before I dupe it through the deck. Tumbra Assault. Another Loam Coat's not bad. Loam Coat is a great piece of equipment for us. Sheesh. It's going to be Loam Coat. Let's head into battle. Hold my 140. Enemy Sad Titan skin 4, and I simply do not care. Bully, then Cluster Kernel, then Cluster Kernel. Soon there will be another Cluster Kernel there. But I suppose in the meantime I can put a squad leader in the very back line, sure. Adds Trample to the Fun Guy stack, and Troop also adds an additional 2 damage per stack when a squad leader is on the line. That's exactly what I was hoping to see. So the Morsel Miner summoned on the top line, because there's a Morsel Master already there, got duped. Maybe I will Mitosis Cap another Morsel Master for the first turn and put them top line. It could be fun. Oh, that mid line's already going absurd. So yes, Mitosis Cap is going to be a Cluster Kernel this turn, absolutely. Oh, man. Oh, this is a shame. I haven't got enough Ember to be able to kill the Collector in the back line. I literally just need to be able to play my Entombra Assault. Yeah, Green Recruit's also running out of space because I don't have anywhere to play it. There's a fair few cards in this deck that I could cut, but also the size of the deck is going to be useful for some cards that care about how many cards I have in the deck. Yeah, perfect. I'm going to use my Twin Minds to dupe another copy of Embercash through. I would love to also be able to play the additional copies of them, but that is not what the Amber Drain is allowing us to do at the moment. Oh, that's an incant floor. Why would I just move there to play that? Let's move away from the incant floors. Double up that Morsel Miner on the top line. Oh my god, another Morsel Miner. Absolutely. Double that on the top line as well. Health for the bottom line, as much as I can give you. That'll leave the other one just keep cycling through the deck. Still worth playing an Iggy Conscript on the middle line, frankly. You got really lucky with the Morsel Miners that turn. I mean, gosh, I do want to burn the Calcified Ember, and it's not really going to change much to play this Loam Coat. Now my discard pile looks like this. Can't believe we can get Mitosis Cap another one of them. Is it going to replace all of them when the event ends and the thing is removed? Inhale. Consume to deal 10 damage and slay spawn 2. No thank you. Wax Cap. Summon to add stat 3 to enemy units. Cheery Death Cap for decay. I don't think that's really what we do. I could get a Wax Cap cycling around on the bottom line realistically, but I don't think that's as good as other things that we are capable of. Crucible Extension. Additional capacity on this lore. Yes, please. Also, it's Holy Stone, so it'll give us additional Ember, additional health for our pyre equal to its cost. Merchant of Steel, you say? Actually, I have almost nothing to do with a Merchant of Steel, thank you. -1 cost and intrinsic, yes. This on Dig Deep, I love the idea of. Because then it's holdover intrinsic. I get to spawn 4 with it every single turn. Obviously, after my Ember Drain is gone, but that's okay. I can wait until that happens. Ember Cash, I'll reduce a cost from you as well. Oh god, I actually should have made you intrinsic. Oops. Yeah, that would have been better. Make one of them intrinsic and name 1 cost. Double stack, no. Plus 20 magic power and consume, no, because I don't want it to be the spell that gets hit by Twin Mines. If anything, I just want to remove a bunch of cards from the deck here. Unstable Vortex, of course. We'll have some removals as well. The Plinks are generally quite poor hits. I'll stop now. Merchant of Steel in the next... I think I might be saving my money in the next area. Elites. Cluster Kernel. Cluster Kernel. Cluster Kernel. I suppose I will summon a squad leader on the bottom line. There's not likely to be a squad down there, but I'll have one nonetheless. Mitosis cap for Morsel Master. Yes, please. Right. I don't want to play the Ember Cash with a cost if I can avoid it. Do I just sack 2 green recruits down here? Literally just throw them on the line to get them out of the deck? I suspect so, yeah. Just 12-12 worth of stats at the end of every single turn. That's 12-12 permanent stats on Bolly at the end of every turn. Please give me the costless Ember Cash so I can propagate that through the deck with the Twin Mines next, please. Please, please, please. Annoying. Chosen Sniper's going to get to the next floor. I will have to play this Packed Morsels and get another copy of it in the deck in order to start preventing that. Damn. Gotta do what you gotta do, though. Ooh, I have 1 Ember to play with this turn. Great opportunity to actually play those. May as well play the Ephemeral one too. Getting lifesteal. No, you will need some health on that top line as well. Green recruit bottom line. Kill my own green recruit. Oh, actually. The unit that comes out of that is too healthy and it saves the enemy backline units from dying to the revenge. fine. I'm not going to be killing my own green recruit. I wanted to do a little tricky play like something like that, but alas. Just going to have to play this turn normal style. I got to remember I should incant on the top line. It's almost certainly not going to be relevant, but I may as well do it if there's also no good reason not to. I'm not going to play the additional one yet. This packed morsels doesn't seem like it's getting too much value. I'll tell you, I do want draw, but the thing that's limiting me is 100% capacity. We go on capacity gem again. Is that only 12 additional fuel for the top line? Obviously, you gotta dig deep. There won't be any resolutions here, so loam coat doesn't necessarily help. But I should definitely get some morsels for the top line at least. All right. Ooh, gotta love a 11 block there. But our best bet is trying to get a... Ooh. Is just trying to get as many rallies as possible on the floor. More and more I think about it, the more I believe that the top liner for us is going to be essential here in helping us finish to cut down the 500 health enemies. Oh, what? Blazing Bolt with Purge and Consume on it? Fun guy in a suit that doesn't consume! Oh, applies armor to the fungi equal to 4 times its troop level. That's 100% hit. Also, forever consumed, intrinsics deals 40 X plus 1 damage to the front enemy unit. I mean, the Blazing Bolt eventually, like, we could be consuming the final version of Blazing Bolts, which is 4 random targets getting hit by 40, but that's still kind of minor. Come on, get his suit. Don't make me say it, but I'll do it. Here it is, Cluster Colonel. Gets... Please tell me all of them got it. Please tell me all of them got it. Okay, good. All of them have been saved. Now our Ember Drain problems are over. Honestly, that means that I can deploy pretty much whatever the hell I want on whatever the hell I want. Here's my reasoning behind that. These 2 loam coats, they can totally be in my opening hand. You know how much energy I have in my opening hand? All of the cluster kernels give me an additional energy. As trample and slay friendly units propagate 1, admittedly, would be really good. It would give a lot of damage shield to the cluster kernels. Obviously, it would give a lot of additional spawn to the troops on that line, but also rally for +2/+2 permanently. I've got to make them as large as I can. Fire Banes, we'll look at the Merchant of Arms. Yeah. I mean, it literally doubles the impact of all of the kernels on the floor. Like, yeah, 100% I'm taking the Hall of Mirrors. I'm making it deployable. And I'm checking it twice. Meat shield, on resolve, restore 10 health. Admittedly, that's a sick piece of equipment to just throw on a prickly puffball. Combine 2 cards into 1. Loam coat and the meat shield for a prickly puffball seems great to me. None of these ones are necessary, thankfully. There's no one I want to silence, right? No. Remove a card from the deck. I think I can hold off on that one for here. Is that a bell? Enemy units appear on each floor? Sure. Okay. I don't think I want a cardless Boleat as much as that's hilarious. I think I just want to grow this Boleat as much as possible. So I summon you first. Then we hit Hall of Mirrors. And a cluster kernel summons... Do we do that first? Cluster kernel summons a cluster kernel. Cluster kernel summons a cluster kernel. So that'll be the 5 on the floor. And then they'll all double summon troop. So all of them at the end of their turn spawn 4. Those spawn 4s will get doubled. So each of them spawns 8. Which means each of them is giving 16/16 to Boleat. So you're gaining 64/64 every turn just from these spawns. Then we've got Alloyed Construct top line, with Morsel Master behind, with Morsel Master behind, bottom line Prickly Puffball, with a squad leader at the very back, and then just a cluster kernel down here as well, why not? That's 24 damage going to the top line courtesy of that Purified Soul. Not super keen on that. If I can get any morsels that can attack, I can prevent that. Oh, but the thing is, in order to get the morsels that can attack, I have to use Packed Morsels. Which means that's the card I'm propagating. I think I'm okay doing that now that I've gone literally double capacity. And then if I double summon a Magma Morsel to the top line... No, a single summon? Literally, I don't even have enough space to dupe. Oh, God. That's as many units on that top floor as I can remove, unfortunately. Yeah, because I can't take out any of my own units on that top line. I want to loam coat the Prickly Puffball, but I don't. I want to loam coat you. Oh, right. Ragewing, you're going to be sweeping. So then I can summon an Ensumbra Morsel down there. There we go. Another Ensumbra Morsel. Those will survive. I do want Dig Deep to be in my deck, though. So, damn, I will spawn one big card first. I need to get a advance. I need to be able to move my Prickly Puffball forward. The Glow Up. Advance a unit and propagate 2 glow up is exactly what I want. Look at this. Look at this insanity. God, I need that. I need the fungi. I need the fungi to die, but it's not going to. And I need it to be behind the prickly puffball, but it's not going to be. And then the floor that I should actually be spawning all of my troops on is this midline, because all of them are going to get duped. Troops? More like dupes. I could get an incant trigger on this top floor if I really wanted to, but I don't. Seems to be the long and short of it, I guess. Not important enough to me. Get him, bully. Thankfully, the Rage Wings are attacking Prickly Puffball, even though they're in the back line, so it's actually quite nice, that. Drop a fungi and a suit on this line. Spawn 6 and then give them 240 armor. I think that might do for me. Oh, we got the merged equipment for the Prickly Puffball. There you go. Restore health as well. Unfortunately, I've already used my Twin Mines. Dang. No additional health can hit that line. Let's get you some damage shield on the top line, actually. Trample for Boleat would be great, which, yes, I know I literally rejected a line that had trample on it. Doesn't mean it wouldn't be great. It just means I made a mistake. Terrifying Amalgam's gonna be doing 12 damage to us. I'm not over the moon about it. You can take that back to the bank. I'm actually nonplussed concerning this. Slightly bemused, in fact. I could have sworn I added a card called Crucible extension to this deck. I've literally never seen the bugger. I'm certain I put one in there. Dupe unit. God. I think not. I don't really need another cluster kernel. They dupe themselves. And our Morsel Master's already duped. I think the Mitosis Cap has already done everything it needs to do. Wait. That's not the floor you were supposed to play on, and you know it. Trying to dig deep on the wrong floor, getting 4 less spawn, getting, what? 4, 8, 16, 16 worth of stats permanently on Boleat when I play that. Actually, hang on. It's a copy. It would only be 1 more, right? So it's 10-10? Hang on. Let's check this out. So this Dig Deep is going to try and spawn 4. Yeah, it's 10-10. It's spawning 4, and then the Hall of Mirrors is causing 1 additional, not copying for each of the spawn. So each of these cluster kernels is actually giving 5 troops to the field then, which means that they're giving a total of 20 troops to the field in a turn, which means they're giving a total of 40-40 to guillotine, not 64-64. My apologies for the previous. I was simply misinforming you. It's this fun strategy I use to keep my allies, I guess, offside, where I just lie. Alternatively, I miscalculated at the time, and now I'm fixing it. Actually, no, it's probably the one that's sinister. I was doing it for malfeasance reasons. I have a big plot. Soon as I figure out what it's about. Dig deep a little more. You know what? Big prismal dust. See how long I can keep the prickly puffball on the bottom line alive. Because unfortunately, if they defeat that bottom line, I will be taking 5 direct damage to the pyre. That said, they will be defeating that line. Not this one, though, buddy. Certainly not that one, though. 500, 700 health, fungi, a stack of 191 troops. Bolite, I think you might have gained like 200? 7? Yeah, 200 over the course of this fight, I think. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Give me the Umbra Stones so that I can just charge over people, please. All units propagate 1 at the end of the turn, says Grow Room. Only my top floor would really be able to use that. And, like, it's fine. Another Dig Deep with Permafrost. Yeah. Worst case scenario, it stays in my hand for a turn that I can afford to use it. Feast with Holdover. Trigger feeding on friendly units with Eaten. Okay. That's actually sick, because on the top line, I do need to eat halfway through a turn a lot of the time. The only problem is this would also take from us a single draw each turn. And that's very, very expensive. Yeah, but only after I draw it. Merchant Magic, Unstable, Vortex, and Empyrean Well. Merchant of Arms. The fact that I can go to Merchant of Arms and give deployable to the merged equipment. What would I be duping at Empyrean Well? What even makes sense to? Maybe it's Crucible extension. Whoops, said it the wrong way. I mean Crucible extension. The Merchant of Magic on the left-hand side, I think. It's the double removal for me. It's the get the 2 Blinks out of your deck for free for me. -2 cost and consume is obviously quite fun on fungi in a suit that can't have consume. That said, it also, I have the energy for it. Oh, first time each turn an enemy unit dies, add 2 morsels to hand. That's so good. Spells gain an extra upgrade slot. We're next to the spell upgrades, aren't we? Yep, I'll take that too. Well. Oh, my spells certainly do not need an extra upgrade slot right now. I'll re-roll because all of these are really bad. Double stack. -1 cost from Dig Deep makes it free. I really wish I got Intrinsic here instead. Plus 10 magic power on that and Tumbra Assault. Double stack. I don't think I take double stack. I think there's a good argument for reroll. Oh, thank heck. Wow. First time you play your first martial unit each turn, draw one. I would have loved that. But draw one additional card per 25 cards in your deck. Yeah, I will take the draw relic. Thank you. I'll remove 2 cards from my deck and then add one, keeping us at 40 cards, which is pretty much exactly where I want to be. Additional copy of Holdover Intrinsic Dig Deep. It spawns a lot of guys. I just don't think that's what's really in my way. Screw it. I want to do it. I simply wanted to, though. Alright. Now, I do recognize, by the by, that, like, double Bolete? Absurd. Do I need it? Do I need this? Because I have to slow down Bolete's growth in order to do that. I don't think I need it. There's my merged equipment. Crucible extension in this hand as well. Unfortunately, these dig deeps won't work. I don't think I can play a cluster kernel on the bottom line. I actually don't think I can afford to do that. Here's the reason. It's going to be blocking... It's going to summon enough troops that it will consistently keep blocking for the guy that actually needs to take the damage down there, the prickly puffball. So if I go Bolete, then cluster kernel, then cluster kernel... Then I Hall of Mirrors, and then I Cluster Kernel. Now I can still fill this with Cluster Kernels. But I use all of them, so I don't have to worry about them staying in my hand. And sure, Squad Leader, you can still go down on the bottom line. You're literally just there to get out of the deck. Savvy? There's the equipment. Green recruit to get you off the field. No, because then if you do die, I still have to deal with you. And these morsels, not good at the moment. I literally only have one that I can use this turn. Obviously, I also have to dupe the packed morsels in order to get it. Dig deep, can't play it there. I can play Dig Deep on the top floor and defend one of my damage shield, I think. Yeah. Second one would unfortunately survive, so can't do that. I'm glad I could play it somewhere, because I do want to be holding one of those over. Oh god, silence on the bottom line, how dare you. I did forget about silence. which is admittedly going to be actually really annoying here. I'm going to need to spike damage on this top line, so I'm going to fish for damage. And then bottom line... just whatever I can do to support health. Oh, you came to this floor to sap us? Oh god, and you've got Chosen Arden on this floor as well as an incamp blocker. How dare you? So rude. God, I really want to do everything right now, but I can't do almost anything. Plus 5 damage to all units on all floors? Well, is that too much of a problem? Certainly for getting no triggers, because there's also silence on this floor, it's too much. Still capable of killing the same units, so I'll take the sap there. This Prismal Dust saves us a little bit of HP. Saves us 15 HP at the cost of buffing all of the units. But those buffs will be relatively short-lived. I can do that one. Oh boy. I mean, if the only 2 units that go to the top line are the Chosen Arden and the Deafening Herald, that's 1 damage I take in order to clear that entire line. That's totally acceptable. Some Morsels obviously want to hit the bottom line. That you are still getting incant to feast the entire floor, so I can't actually use feast on the bottom line. Hell, I can't use it on either of those lines. I gotta use it on the middle line so I can hold it over. Stop buffing every unit on the train when I incant. God damn it. I gotta remember, Entropy is the one that's gonna be hard for incanting as well. Eventually I'm just gonna have to write myself a full cheat sheet so that I can look across it and go, oh, I should be aware of this right now. There's the feast. Perfect. I'll happily play Dig Deep, despite the incants. Despite the incant? Wait, what's going on here? Why are these Purified Souls surviving? Oh, I'm silent. God, it's always silence. Link away, get rid of Ember Cash so that I have space in hand. Morsel. Okay, so what? I want health and damage shield to start with. And then I'll feast on those. It's 19 damage going to the top line. If I gave you 19, so if I gave you... Yeah, okay. No, I've got to give him damage in the first one. If I give him damage in the first one, he's capable of taking out the enemy and preventing 16. Come on, Construct. Eh? Those are not the morsels we got last time. I suspect I'm probably not capable of doing it with these ones. Alright, so I have to find the right order that I played the things in previously. This is why I don't really like... It's not that I don't like this system, it's that I think it has a bunch of unintended player consequences. That's all. I dug deep on this floor. That I remember. Then I played Packed Morsels first. Then I went Ember Cash, Packed Morsels again. And no, I'm still getting the Morsel Master there. Oh, I played a Plink in the middle of it. Maybe that changed the math on it all. I'm not going to hunt for this for too long, but I did have 2 damage morsels in my hand at one point, and those would actually change the outcome here. There we go. That's the 2 magma morsels. Not enough to take out the gladiator, unfortunately. Oh. We get pretty close. Alas. That's going to be 19 damage directly to us. Ooh. We tried our darndest. Stop silencing the whole floor. Please stop silencing my whole floor. 500 health units going to be in the front line for the next. To play both of these Curses of Entropy. I wish I didn't have to. Feast on this top line so that I can get the lifesteal in time to actually be defended here and then get more damage shield. So we will be pushing through the first of our gladiator quite well, at least. Let's give you a loam coat, safety. Sarah, please don't move up with this line. I suspect that's what you're about to do, though. Yeah. I think that now kills us. So Seraph having moved up with this line and everyone being sapped as heavily as they are now means that summoning additional lifesteal units on this line is not going to be enough to punch through the Purified Souls after the Avowed Gladiator. I would have been able to defeat this entire line if not for that. Let's use Entombra Assault. Take out the first enemy. Woohoo! That's actually a real nightmare. Morsel Miner. Summon 3 of those to the top line. I do feel a little hard done by here. I will feast, eating all of those units. Now capable of taking out the Avowed Gladiator. Now simply, if the Seraph Eternus was not here on the top floor, I would now summon a Morsel Excavator and it would kill the next 3 units in line. It would push the right damage. I lost when I chose not to take Trample on Boli. I wanted the number to be really stupid and big, and doubling the growth of it, really, really good. Huge unit, incredibly huge unit, a giant unit, can only kill 1 unit at a time, obviously 2 500 health units being much worse. I will note, though, the fact that I keep forgetting that Entropy, I'm not even forgetting it, I'm not actively remembering it, right? It's a different thing. I need to be able to look at Seraph Eternus, Chosen of Entropy, and recognize, hey, my problems in this run are now not just sweep, 2 big dudes, etc. It is also dealing with backline units that have silence, and it's also dealing with incant triggers. Something I usually don't really appreciate about this. Yeah, these Magma Morsels would just kill the rest of them and everything would be fine, but it's not going to be. Instead, we are going to die. Which, gosh, it's just really unfortunate because this was a fun run. I wanted to see this beat the Titans. Hell, I wanted to see this beat Seraph at the absolute least. Boleat. Boleat the Big. Cluster Kernel just propagating through the deck. A bunch of Cluster Kernels. Obviously getting ready for my thumbnail here. Dig Deep was fun as well. I mean, Hall of Mirrors, literally. It's just doubles. It's just summon doublers. It's a bunch of summon doublers and dupes. God, what fun it was. If only we were capable of winning with it. Damn it. So, a little more backline direct damage. Obviously would have helped, but we weren't going to have, like, in a deck of 40, we weren't going to have an Entombra Assault pretty much every turn for taking out a Deafening Herald in the back line. So, like, the ability to give my enemies silence for the bottom line would have been nice, but then we would have had to replace Boiler Room. Also, I would have had to find Zone of Silence, right? Like, that's not even a guarantee. Obviously, Trample on Boli is the big difference here. I should have just let Boli trample and been okay with that stupid funny number rather than trying to get... Realistically, I wanted this guy to have like 2,000 stats by the end of the round. That, I think, is the fundamental mistake of this run. Like, absolutely, there's other ways I could have prepared for this fight better, but I think with simply that one change, this fight goes from losing to winning. And then I think also the next one does too. I will also say that, yes, summoning double Boleat on that floor also is a very good line for that. Too much greed. I thought I was eating my greens and not just a bunch of meat and carbs because I had the Heaven's Light, but no. As it turns out, I found a way. Damn. I'll head back to the... Whoa! There's some distant cliffs? Oh, God. All right.
Oh, great Elm, may you watch over me. Today, I fight for your daughter's honor.
It seems you're my opponent for today.
What is this? Where is the whelp that I challenged?
Right here. This is Loris. He's my champion.
A champion? These are not the terms I agreed with. I was supposed to fight you.
You agreed to a duel, but you didn't specify it had to be with me. Should've read the fine print.
It is no matter. En garde, dragon! Ow!
What is going on here?
My Lady Lionsmane.
Uh-oh.
Her spores! Run!
Colonel, would you care to explain why you're dueling with our allies?
My lady, I must apologize for troubling you. I only wish to defend your honor and the honor of the great Elm.
You had expected to face a whelp, and instead you fought an elder dragon, all to defend my honor?
If it means defending your names and my lady, then yes. You are my inspiration. As your subject, I would do anything for you.
I must say, your devotion to me has not gone unnoticed. Someone with your bravery and loyalty deserves to stand by my side. Henceforth, from today you shall be my personal knight. I trust you with my life, Colonel.
It would be an honor, my lady. Thank you.
I didn't know he was going to reappear when I chose his voice. My name's been Rhapsody. The name of the game is being Monster Train 2. Top left is series playlist from all the contents of the game, past, present, future. YouTube recommendations are down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And above the thanks here. A special thanks this episode to Matthew. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves. And hopefully we'll see you all next time.